UrbanBroadcastMedia.com, Chicago.
Your voice is heard. This is UBM Talk.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zoe. I'm the host of the Hearts of Men Intimate. Heard every Saturday at 5 o'clock on UBM Talk. This hour is designed to motivate, inspire, reclaim, encourage, and most of all, deliver the hurting hearts of all men. For more information, email us at theheartsofmen@gmail.com. And don't forget, follow us every Saturday at 5 p.m. on UBM Talk.
MAB Records presents The Music is Business Show with me, Maurice Alexander.
And me, Constance Branch. We'll discuss relevant and timely topics regarding the music business industry with guests ranging from musicians and attorneys to music distributors and marketing professionals.
Just to inform you, music is business.
Successful businesses make money.
Our From the Professional Tech segment will inform you about technology impacting the industry or what's available to us every Monday and night. And remember, music is business.
Now boarding the McCain Train with Reverend Rick and author Brenda McCain. They're bringing hot and powerful topics regarding relevant issues on marriage, relationships, and life-changing family topics. And they are funny, engaging, energetic, and they bring real talk that reaches beyond the walls of the church. They have been successful to discuss topics like, help me, grow old. My addiction is hurting my relationship. Aborted but not forgotten. Living in an HIV/AIDS relationship. The hand that loves me is hurting me. To know their glory, you have to know their backstory. So McCain Train and listen to the Let's Stay Together Internet Talk Show.
Hi, this is Reverend Rick McCain.
And this is Brenda McCain.
We'd like to thank you for listening to Stay Together Talk Show.
And riding the McCain Train every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m.
The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries.
Thank you for listening to UBM Talk.
Hi, this is Reverend Rick McCain.
And author Brenda McCain, and you're listening to Let's Stay Together Talk.
Come on board the McCain Train and take a 2-hour ride with us
as we discuss topics like the next stop and making marriage work.
So get your tickets now before the train leaves the station.
Thanks for joining us. Take a seat on our train. You just arrived at Let's Stay Together Talk.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. This is Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, Brenda McCain, and we're the show. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing.
You're doing?
Yeah, I'm
doing. Okay, she's
Tuesday.
doing.
I'm doing good.
I don't know what that means. I'm
doing good.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing bad. I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing wonderful. But I'm
doing good.
Okay,
for
good.
A Tuesday.
Okay.
We also have Miss Tracy Howard on board. How you doing, Tracy?
She's alive on a Tuesday. She should be doing good.
Yeah, good today.
Okay, it's a mellow Tuesday, mellow. But hello, and thank you for joining us today on the McCain Train, for taking this ride with us this evening. And you heard our motto, because to see God's glory, we must share our backstories. Now, we have a great topic tonight. It's called Taming the Tongue. This is a good one. The tongue is called a sword or a sword. Most people say bow. And it's a sword has certainly damaged, bruised, wounded, and killed more people than all the swords in the worlds of wars since history. Joining us on the next stop is Miss Camelia Jackson this evening. Oh, I'm so confused with this Tuesday here. But hopefully she's on the line here. We Jackson, a licensed clinical social worker.
All right. Hey, Camelia, you there?
Yes, I am.
All
Hello,
right.
family. How are you doing this evening?
We're
How
doing
you doing?
great. Thank you very much for joining us. Brenda said it's a little, mellow, but I'm never mellow when I'm on the thing. Excited and ready to go for Jesus. Hallelujah.
Okay, well,
I heard that. Amen. Can the church say amen?
Right.
Amen.
So, and then you got some people that get a little bit upset about you getting all excited about that, and then, they say some things that they shouldn't be saying, Camelia. And that's what we're talking about today, is just taming that tongue. And so I'm going to start off about what is it about today where people, they feel that they should just say what they want to say and they don't care about what anybody thinks.
I think particularly today, in this day and age. One of the biggest things that's kind of emboldened people, if you will, is social media and the Internet. The Internet has allowed a lot of people who have felt, downtrodden or voiceless to have a voice, which in and of itself is not a bad thing. But the thing that kind of gets us a little sticky and into trouble is that you can use that voice and kind of hide behind anonymity, by an anonymous post and say things that you probably would not say to somebody's face. But you're typing it out or you're banging it out in a post or a reply to an article or something you disagree with, we tend to get better, I guess, than we would if we were in actual conversation.
Well, either way, either is by written word, the post, or verbal conversation. Sometimes words are so damaging. Like you made a good point. A lot of cyberbullying over social media. People say stuff behind a different computer or whatever. This means totally, Camellia, is why is it so difficult to tame the tongue? Why do people find it so hard to just be courteous and not say exactly how they feel?
Well, because, some of it is a challenge to the ego. And the Reverend in our church always says that ego means edging God out. I think I've said that before on the show. But a lot of it is, let's take, for example, if I'm speaking out and you disagree with what I say, then I may interpret that, you like what I said, or you're attacking me. Yeah. And so any kind of effort to say, hey, that was a little bit harsh, or, maybe we could tone it down, people take it personally. That becomes a personal insult. You saying you don't like me? What's the problem with the way I speak?
The Bible says in Proverbs 21:23, whoever keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth himself out of trouble. And I think, Brenda, a lot of people don't realize
you did.
that's saying, but we live in a society where you can use, a lot of, internet, and social media, but there are still a lot of times where people go to work environments. They go. You can even go into shopping malls or places where people will, they almost seem like they look for attention by saying something negative, or where the tongue is not tamed to say whatever they want to bring attention to themselves. What do you say about that individual? That seems like, they're the attention grabber. They want to say something. They're not interested in taming the tongue because they're interested in getting some kind of publicity.
So when you guys invited me on the show to talk about this topic, I had to really, really think about, what elements go into this, because talking or communicating or taming the tongue, all a form of communication. So with people like that I'm thinking you're saying the ones that are looking for confrontation or, want to be noticed. As with everybody, all of us, you guys' motto, to know us is to know our backstory. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a backstory, and it's funny because in this day and age, like we spoke earlier about the Internet and instant celebrity, I want my 5 minutes of fame. You're going to look at me or hear me or listen to me. We have become a very, that's a bad word, I won't use that one, attention-greedy society. And so, efforts in public with people acting out, is a cry for attention. Now, why? That's a whole different discussion.
What are some principles, like key principles you could teach young people how they could understand that what you speak can make or break someone?
Even before that, so you kind of, I was thinking about this as well, it's kind of conditioning. We tend to model what we see, what we hear. So think about a person or a young person who grows up, and they go to the church, but at home they hear, oh, you so stupid, oh, you're going to be just like your no-good daddy, and, all of these negative things that they hear every day, all day, every day. That kind of just soaks into their core, and it manifests in so many negative ways with the behaviors. So, first is even acknowledging that that's part of the problem. So that's a tricky process, but it can be done by modeling. So if you have a young person, like you said, who is coming to the church, and he sees how you guys interact, or he listens to the radio show and hears you guys laughing and enjoying each other's company, not putting each other down, that's kind of a start.
I want to hear one time when someone actually says, you're going to be just like your no-good mama.
Oh, no, they're not going to say that.
Why has it always got to be the daddy that's, that's supposed to be no good? Papa wasn't always a rolling stone. Come on now.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. But, you make a great point, but I said that to say, what goes on in the home? What do the kids hear in the home? And a lot of that is learned. Why does mama talk like that? Well, because she probably heard her mom talk like that. Or, all the women or people that she grew up around. It just kind of becomes a cycle until you see different. Maya Angelou's old saying, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tracy.
I was going to say I have a model that I use, and I say it to my children, adults, my residents, everybody, and I always tell them to stop, think, then speak. Yeah. It's like that stop, drop, and roll the fire thing. So if you stop, think, and then speak, a lot of times you'll be careful in what you're saying, and you'll rethink what might have been coming out of your mouth.
I used to tell my son, I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to warn you, and I'm going to whoop you. I don't know if that goes together. But you know what? We talk about train up a child the way he should go, and when he leaves, that training will not depart from them. And you said something very important, Camille, is that we're talking about generational, that people sometimes will get to a point where they follow from generational things. And so how do we break that? Because a lot of times when we get around something, we heard someone talking about, being negative, and they follow that negative pattern. Other than, of course, I'm going to say, accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. How do we break those patterns of our families, those generational patterns of our families, to do things, that we know we shouldn't do it better?
One of the things, and I'll share with you, is relationships. So anytime you want to have a conversation with somebody, or you see somebody doing wrong, let me ask you, who would you receive correction from or feedback from? Who would you receive it better from? Your wife, somebody who loves and cares about you, another person that you're close to in the church, or just some random person on the street who just, decided right there and there, right then and there to call you out on your behavior?
She's talking to you.
Which of those people would you best?
I was going to say that random person.
You should see him over here shaking his head.
Listen to my she be calling me, you're going to be just like your dirty. I'm joking. But you're right about that. You would find it from someone that you love, but when that person that you think loves you is not providing it, we need to find people like counselors or teachers, people that are motivating us to do better. Because unfortunately, sometimes in the family, and I'm going to say Camellia, because when I said Camille, what's the name again? Because you look at me like I'm crazy over there. Camellia, because I said Camille, because I cut names all the time. And people can't see Brenda on the radio as she's looking at me like I'm saying something wrong all the time. But
she's not cutting you down with her tongue, though.
No, so she's not. I mean, not with the tongue, but those eyes are cutting, boy. But, we get to that point where we need that other individual to kind of, set a pattern for us. So we need, guidance from people that we've been around, that we know show a positive image, correct?
You are 100% spot on, and it doesn't have to be family. It could be anybody, but it would have to be, I would believe, for the message to really sink through, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you respect, somebody that you really admire, and somebody that you know isn't going to just be telling you something to hurt your feelings. Bad news, just no matter how you dress it up, bad news is bad news, or, anything not so positive about yourself. It's a lot that goes into being able to deliver a message like that where it's received.
Yeah. Let's switch this up a little bit. We know the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me. That is so old because words hurt more than the sticks and stones because you could heal. Right, the bruises will heal, but those words stay with you. I was talking to my mom earlier, and I was hesitant about bringing this up, but I was telling her growing up, and this is within the church, what really got me was how, turn around, babe, what really got me was how, unfortunately, people was talking about other people, and I was one of those people that they was talking about, Camellia, and it really aggravated me. I was a young child, and I said these was adults that I was supposed to have been looking up to, and they literally dogged me out from physicality to the knowledge that I had, and that stayed with me for a long time and hurted my feelings. And they were saying, oh, well, we was just joking, but if I'm a child in grammar school and you're an adult, and you saying that to me, and you don't know the manifestation that brought to me later on, I had to really work with myself to say, no, you're not what these people say you are. That's why I always tell people that leads into bullying from people your age, from people that's older than you that you're supposed to look up as leaders. But what gets me, I don't understand how people could say, oh, they didn't mean that. What you mean they didn't mean that? They said that, and they meant it well. So help somebody to understand the power of words.
Oh, my gosh, beyond power. I mean, I think it's Maya Angelou with the saying, you know, you may forget what somebody said, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. And how they make you feel with their words. I bet if we just went around the room, I mean, I could share a story of, you know, being in the country, and I forgot who we were with, but, you know, it's hot, it's summertime, and everybody's eating watermelon, and I don't like watermelon.
You're the first.
I don't like watermelon either, so hey, I'm raising my hand.
You know, we're out there and the kids are eating it, and some older gentleman was like, well, why are you not eating it? I was like, I don't like watermelon. He was like, oh, you stupid. You know, and here I am 40-some years later, and I still clearly remember that comment and how horrible it made me feel. You know, the thing about it is the lasting impact. I think that gets overlooked because, like you said, that sticks and stones may break my bones. You know, those words sink deep within the core of the person. Those are the kind of things that lead to low self-esteem, depression, anxiety disorders, bullying, you know, just all kinds of negative personality. One study that I read from Harvard, they equated, you know, growing up in a verbally abusive home to the long-term effects of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which is what you hear about a lot in the news with our soldiers coming home from war.
Yes. But, you know, the sad part about all of that, nobody takes accountability of how they made a person feel. Because when I got older, this might sound bad, but when I got older, I addressed that person that says something to me. Of course, they don't remember saying it because they was always sarcastic. And the thing is, I told that person how they made me feel, and they said, well, you should have got over that. And I'm like, you see, you're not being accountable for what you said to a person. And that's the thing that's always detrimental to me, especially with young kids. When I say you can make them or break them, and then your actions as an adult, the way you talk to them, with parents, with their children, I always say, speak life into your child. Yeah. Don't speak death into them. Like you just said, you no good like you're no good dad or mom or whatever. Even if they are no good, but if you keep saying that, that's who they're going to become.
Oh, I say speak it into existence.
Right.
Yeah, but you can speak negative things into existence, too, so you've got to be positive on how you're doing things. So, hey, we've got some kids in here today. I forgot that they were supposed to be coming in here today, Camille. I'm getting old. I've got some kids from After School Matters that I'm working with in Chicago that I brought into the radio show today. So, again, nobody can see the looks on Brenda's eyes because, you know, she always wants to give the little smart looks on because I forget things. And I'm calling you out on the radio show. Thank you, Dion. And so, you know, I'm getting old. I'm admitted I'm getting old. So, Camille, I just want you to just one more thing with, you know, taming the tongue and the eyes. Help give us just one good example that we can leave out with on helping people with taming their tongue.
Speak not to tear down, but to build up. and especially with parents or anybody who works with youth, eliminate. One thing I'd like to do is eliminate the word should or should've from your vocabulary when you're addressing an issue with a young person. Well, you should have known better, or you should have did this. The past is the past. It's gone. All the shoulds in the world aren't going to change the situation, the way it went down, and where we are now. So I would encourage people, in situations like that, be aware, eliminate should, and use something more constructive like, let's brainstorm on how, if this situation presents itself again, what will you do differently?
Yeah.
Encourage them to start thinking and brainstorm with them and listen to them. But I think that would be the main thing. Get rid of the should. That's just a guilt word, and it doesn't do anybody any good.
Get rid of the should. Take that out of the vocabulary, darling. Should have, could have, no.
Would have.
Right?
I should have remembered these kids was coming today.
Yes.
But hey,
There's a lot of them.
Camellia, Miss Jackson. Thank you for calling in to being one of our professional guests as always, to giving us some information about Taming the Tongue. We know we'll
Can I just say one more thing really quickly?
Yeah, you just like Brenda. What is it about that? People
I'm
just cut you off
sorry.
and
It's just that I thought about it,
Go ahead.
and I think if you're really, really interested, it is a really, really great book called 30 Days to Taming Your Tongue. Okay. What you say and don't say will improve your relationships.
All right.
And it addresses all of the different ways that the tongue could tear you down, the argumentative tongue, the boasting tongue, the gossiping tongue, the betraying tongue, one every day.
We need that book.
If
really you get it
book.
posted on, post it on Facebook.
I need to find that book because I'm going to buy that one from Brenda for sure.
Oh,
Lord.
And you guys can do the 30-day Taming Your Tongue challenge.
Camellia, I will be in touch with you.
All right.
Get that information to Brenda.
Or post it on Facebook on our
will.
page. If you can tonight, post it.
I certainly will.
Thank you. Love you much for joining us right now. We have a crew of like 15 young people, which is shocking me, that's coming in. But love you much, and we owe you a McCain Express thing on your next show. Well, I could
All right. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Care.
Love you much.
Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And let me just check with our producer here. I thought I might have had a phone call coming in. Let's see. Is Dion over there to see if we got that phone call that tapped in? Do we have a caller?
Hey, Dion, do we have a caller that called in?
Okay,
well, he didn't missed out. Come on in. We've got the After School Matter program that's coming in, so they're going to sit down, and we're going to be talking with them a little bit about today, too. Come on in.
They're going to sit down.
They're going to have some seats.
They can line the walls.
They're going to line up. Some of them are going to sit down. Some are going to wind up. We're going to have some of them come in now, and then some will come in later. They're going to sit down, and today I'm supposed to be giving out some tickets. You won't get them today, but I'll make sure you get them. But we're going to share with them a little bit after we come back. We thought we was going to have a calling in. What was the caller calling for? What was the guy?
Desmond Kemp was calling in. I'm going to go ahead and read this just in case we miss him, which I hope we don't. But on the McCain train schedule tonight, we had Desmond Kemp calling in for Turner. This is great. Turn Up for Life Peace March. The members of the Sigma Beta Club of Iota Nu Sigma, chapter of Phi Beta Sigma. I'm not into the fraternity because I'm messing it all up. They will be hosting a peace march in Bronzeville in this area community on April 9th. This event is part of our anti-violence awareness campaign, Turn Up for Life. The event begins at 9 a.m. at the north corner or 47th and Drexel Boulevard and concludes with a prayer given by our own Reverend McCain here.
Reverend
and
McCain.
the rally
That's
starts
awesome
from
man.
10:30 to 11 a.m. at Mandrake Park.
All
and
right.
we have a lot of youth in here.
Yeah, we do.
Turn it up.
The one thing I love
They
about
all got cameras
what I love
pointed.
about young people is that
point mine back.
when they get somewhere they're uncomfortable with, they're scared to move.
No,
You know?
these came in with cameras.
They're scared to move. They don't know what to
man
say. Okay, so we got one of the young persons sitting at the mic, so we're going to talk to you right now. Yeah, you sat there.
Bam.
That was your mistake. You sat there.
Introduce yourself.
So you sat there.
Who are you?
feeling.
So what is your
right
name?
into the mic.
My name's Latricia.
Latricia, so you want to tell us the school and information about the After School Matters, why you're a part of it? Give us some. You got some time. This is your 15 seconds of fame. It's over.
Next.
My name is Latricia. I'm 17 years old. I go to Morgan Park High School.
Morgan Park. Julian.
Julian.
No. This is all Julian here. So we know we're going to get somebody else on the mic now. But go ahead.
I'm a part of the Mighty Mustangs.
All right. Yeah, that's a good school.
I'm involved in the Create After School Matters program because I wanted to have a chance to do something positive in my community. I like meeting new teens, collaborating ideas and creating some positivity.
Yeah, that's great. So move the mic over to this young lady now because she's there. So we're going to have her talk for a few seconds. Huh? He's on the phone now? He's got to wait now. Go ahead, young lady.
Okay, so hello. My name is Tyler Wilson, and I attend Morgan Park, and I am 16 years old.
Oh, cool.
The reason why I joined the Create program was actually, like Latricia said, I want to do something positive. Like, instead of sitting at home and, not doing anything and just going to sleep. I'm sorry. I just wanted to do something, get up, be active, and actually get to know new people. And I actually got to know some pretty good people over a couple months, about to be a year. And
wait a minute, why these boys waving on her?
Boys, those are young men.
I don't know.
I want them to stay boys right now.
Now, see, he's going to do all that waving when I tell him to get to the mic and say what your name is. Dave.
Okay.
But you're also from Morgan Park as well, huh?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Right,
So
we
got two people we'll never hear from again anymore.
Any Julianites in
Anybody
here?
from Julian? Nobody. Okay, so
none of them would be.
So we're going to have the rest of them talk in a few seconds. It seems like now the young man that was supposed to be calling at 6:20 is now on the line. So Dion, can you put him on there? I'm like, who is that? Hello?
Hey, how are you?
I'm hearing all that noise in the background. Why these boys? I'm like, who is this? Hey, man, how you doing? This is Reverend McCain on the Let's Stay Together show.
And this is Brother Sheldon with Phi Beta Sigma. How you
Sheldon,
doing?
so we got you back. Okay, so Sheldon, talk to me a little bit about what you're doing.
So what's going on, Rick, is on Saturday, April 9th, the men of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity with our Sigma Beta Club, our youth affiliate program, we launched Turn Up for Life. It's a campaign that the young people launched about 4 years ago. And the purpose of the campaign is to allow for the young people to create a safe haven for social interaction amongst their peers. With the many distractions and unsavory acts going on throughout the city, our young people were a little concerned with gathering together amongst their peers for a good purpose. And so the campaign Turn Up for Life launched, and we turn up for life. We come out, we support the program for that day to advocate for Black Lives Matter, for All Lives Matter. And so this year we're going to culminate with the Peace Protest March. We're going to convene at 9 a.m. on the corner of 47th and Drexel on Saturday, April 9th. We encourage all young people, all adults, all youth advocates to come out. We're going to be marching down Drexel to Mandrake Park, which is at 39th and Pershing. Once we gather at Mandrake Park, we are going to have a prayer visual. We are still marching for justice for Joseph. Joseph Graves is a former Sigma Beta Club member who lost his life December of 2015. And so our young people are doing big things, and they're moving forward in strides, and they're courageous enough to be the change that they want to see.
Now, Mr. Shelton, hello to you, sir. This is
How are you?
I'm doing good. Question for you. Is this for the fraternity only with men marching?
No, it's spearheaded by the fraternity and the fraternity's youth program, but all are welcome. As I said, we encourage youth advocates, we encourage clergy members, we encourage the church, we encourage the community at large. We encourage all persons, black, white, male, female, whosoever will, let them come.
Okay, then. And so give us the location one more time.
So we will we will convene at 47th and Drexel on Saturday morning, April 9th at 9 a.m. Once we all are assembled, we will protest peacefully down Drexel with the Peace March to Mandrake Park. Mandrake Park is located at 39th and Pershing. Once we assemble at 39th and Pershing, we will gather and we will go to the throne of grace with a prayer visual led by none other than Reverend Rick McCain of the Let's Stay Together show.
Right.
None
other than Reverend Rick McCain.
Okay,
That's
Reverend.
right. We thank you, Reverend Rick, for being a friend of
as always, I love working with youth and helping them out. That helped me out when WSO, back in the West Side organization, helped me out as a young man with buying me gloves and things to play sports. And so when you can give back, you do. So, man, Sheldon, I love you, man, because you're always doing something with our young men and helping them, reach a higher level. The news don't talk about that much, but there's so many people out there that are doing great things, and all we hear about is a negative. So we're thankful for you and organizations like the After School Matter that's helping out. So I will definitely be there, brother, and you know me, I'm always on time.
All right. You are welcome. And you guys continue to have a great show and continue to do and be who you are, pillars that are stellar in the community at large. God bless.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
God bless you, too. Take care.
Hey, so once again, we've got some kids from After School Matters. Did you want to say something?
I just put one of them to work.
You put one of them to work? Oh, you gave her a camera?
We never get pictures of the three of us, so she
interesting.
can't take pictures of them, but she can of us. So I just put her to work.
Okay, so we got some. She's from Morgan Park. We got to make her go to work, you know.
That's not go to Morgan.
Hey, so we're about to get ready to go on a commercial break. Baby, what are we about to do?
Okay, baby over here needs to get it together.
Yes,
we
you do.
about to go. We have company.
Yeah,
okay,
so you know I'm going to act crazy with company in here. Come on.
See the real Reverend come on, too. Okay, we have coming up Point of View by Donna Terrell. So stay with us, and when we come back, we're going to do You Remember?
Right. Hey, this is Reverend Rick McCain and Brenda McCain, the Let's Stay Together show. See you back after these commercial breaks.
Let's Stay Together show presents Point of View by Donna Terrell.
A middle school student blatantly confronts another, telling the girl that when Donald Trump is president, she'll have to go back to Mexico. The victimized girl is an American citizen. At a high school basketball game in Indiana, white students taunted visiting Hispanic players with shouts of "Trump, Trump, Trump." And in a separate incident, white students chanted, "Build the wall, build the wall." One student waved a giant picture of Donald Trump. The word Trump is now synonymous with hate. Hate that has filtered across to kids, who of course picked it up from adults. Now, I don't consider myself to be a politico by any means, but the climate in this country right now is very scary. The poisonous rhetoric that Donald Trump is spewing forth has reached a fever pitch. His disrespect towards Muslims, Hispanics, and women is mammoth. There are those who thought that Trump would just fade away, but he hasn't. People are voting for him. He's been winning handily. Republicans are in a total flux. Donald Trump is giving voice to what a whole lot of people think. What kind of country will this be should he win? Now, I believe there's no way, but think about it. Many things that were in secret are now out in the open. If the leader of this country is proclaiming all this hate-mongering, certain folks won't be able to walk down the street. We as Christians have to pray this thing down. For Let's Stay Together, this is Point of View by Donna Terrell.
Welcome back to the Let's Stay Together talk show. Now here is your host, Reverend Rick McCain and author Brenda McCain.
Me talking?
So he's probably saying talk now. All right. Hey, you know, we're kind of winging it right here now. We've got some kids here from, I should say, teenagers. They've got kids. We've got some teenagers here from from different schools.
From Julian.
From After School Matters. And I'm going to have my brother over here come over and talk for a second. We can talk a little bit, and then we're going to kind of just filter them in, and he's going to talk, and he's going to grab that beautiful young lady's. Go over there. Huh? Dion, is Tracy's mic on? Did she pay her bill?
There you go. Thank you.
Because if you don't pay your bill, they cut you off quick
I
around
thought
here.
I was fired, man.
Like ComEd, your lights go off quick. So we got this gentleman. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and the program for the After School Matters?
Yeah, my name is Marcus Flano. I'm the instructor for the CREATE program, and CREATE stands for Creatively Relating Entertainment and Arts to Educate. So our teens, they actually create various multimedia projects that talk about things like violence prevention, sexual health responsibility, and alcohol, tobacco, and other drug prevention.
Right. So what is After School Matters? Why is there a program like this?
Well, basically, After School Matters provides teens with opportunities to, I like to call it, pre-work experience. They get an opportunity to receive a stipend for work that they produce, and it really helps train them for the job market.
And so that means the people are being here today. Will they get some kind of a stipend for that?
Well, they get their stipend for coming into work for a set number of weeks.
Okay, so not for this, because I just want to make sure these Morgan Park people don't get nothing from us, Julia.
Oh, you foul, man.
So, but they would get a stipend for doing some work and things like that, and it go toward does it go toward any credits to them in the future? How does that work out?
Well, basically, After School Matters, and I'm sure one of the After School Matters reps can talk more about this. But After School Matters, they have 3 sessions. They have fall, spring, and summer. Mm-hmm. And actually, the session applications for the summer sessions are available online now. Teens can apply. But basically, there's programs citywide that students can participate in, and our program is actually on the far south side in the Washington Heights Roseland community.
All right. So, hey, we've got the young men and ladies here from the After School Matter program. We're going to be talking to them throughout the program, but we're going to go to our Do You Remember segment, and we're going to have some of them participate in there. So, baby, what's the Do You Remember segment talking about today?
Do you remember is talking about, and they are so young, I was doing a thing on vintage old board games.
Vintage old board games. Now, my question to any of you all out here, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something my wife's probably going to say I'm crazy, but I want to find out which one of you all knows a vintage old game. So you're sitting at the mic right now. Tell me an old vintage board game.
Do you know what a vintage
Speaking
board
to
game
that
is?
mic.
She doesn't even know what you're talking about, dude.
Okay, so if she doesn't know, she no. Hey, this ain't
at least
you're gonna flunk the class right now, man.
Old
Cheating
board game.
What's an old board game?
Old board game.
Your time is up. Okay, young man, get on the mic. Cool J, come on.
The guy that was warming up the seat.
All right, come on up here. Now you're on to talk. So give us your name.
My name is James Wasp. I go to Hansberry.
James, I don't know what you're talking about with your hand. Yeah, come on.
And speak loud.
My name is James Wasp. I attend Hansberry College Prep.
Okay, and so do you remember a old board game?
Monopoly.
Yes. There you go. So now we got one. So now somebody else has to get on the mic, introduce themselves, and tell us another game other than Monopoly. Nobody. Okay.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Shyla. I attend Perspectives Leadership Academy, and the old vintage board game would be Ouija board.
Ouija board. Ooh, well now let me tell you, she been watching some of those scary movies.
Okay. Gotta wonder about
Okay, so does anybody else know an old game?
You didn't go to Morgan Park, right? Okay, makes sense. No, I'm only kidding.
So anybody else?
No one?
Come on. Nobody else want to get up and say anything? Come on. You ain't got to go over there. Come over here with us. What you got to say?
My name is Sharon, and I go to Hansberry College Prep, and an old vintage game is Operation.
Ooh, that's real old.
Now, if they was real smart, and I know they got a phone, and I know they're smart, you would go on your phone.
That's cheating.
No, but I want to help them out.
That's
keep
cheating.
The conversation
We cheat all
going.
the time.
Yeah, we cheat. We can't teach them to cheat.
Oh, you want to keep
you gotta be a false example. That's what you gotta be.
I'm just gonna tell you this. What's the name of the show you on today?
They don't even remember that.
Oh Lord, y'all.
Hi, my name is Reverend Rick McCain. This is author Brenda McCain, and you're on the Let's Stay Together Talk.
And if you are smart, you will go to Facebook right now and look that up.
Look it up.
And,
let me tell you something.
games.
The first person that gets on their phone and puts down what an old vintage game is, and we know you're in the room, we'll give you free movie tickets.
Do they even
This
go
is what
to
the page looks like.
Yeah. So you got to find the page.
You got to find the page.
It cannot be a person who is not a student. So I don't know why he's looking. So, baby, what was some of the old vintage games that you remember?
Oh, Chutes and Ladders, Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Monopoly, of course, The Game of Life. Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's my
God.
favorite one.
My mom's like, I'm going to prepare y'all. Monopoly and Life will hook you up.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble. So many different games.
I remember the
it was a
what was
dating game.
that battle.
I'm trying to get ready.
Ooh, I love the dating game.
The
Girl, you love the dating
Yes.
game? So you love the dating
You all do
mystery
realize
date,
I'm still
mystery
here,
date,
right?
mystery
Yeah,
date.
I'm still here. So it's like y'all having a conversation between
We
each
are.
other. So I remember, what was it? Battlefield was the game.
I didn't get into that
So
stuff.
that was one of the games.
Battleship.
Something like that. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of board games because it was kind of boring to me. I went out.
You was
and
one of
did-
those.
I mean, Monopoly was okay until you lost.
Well, we had a lot of
know.
kids in our house, and we were poor. So,
Okay, and
we
so
didn't have TV
well,
and stuff.
in the '60s, everybody was poor. I don't know about you. So some of these people around here may understand what I'm talking about. We didn't really have a lot of things, but we went outside and played, and so I didn't play a lot of games. So Tracy, you're going to let us know which one of them are going to go on there
looking right
to
now.
find the thing. It's called Let's Stay Together Talk. You've got to go on there.
Refreshing the page.
You got to refresh the page. And so my gentleman right here, he's going to be the
If
one
they
that's
were
going to give me
smart,
all
they
the
would walk
names.
past the computer.
He's going to give me all the names of the people we're going to give tickets out today for.
And you have to like the page first in
Yeah.
order to post. You have to. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know.
I don't know. You probably have to like the page, but we'll see about that. And
Do
so
you guys remember Twister?
That is.
I
the
do
page,
remember
yeah.
Twister. I didn't like Twister because it almost seemed like somebody was more limbo than I was, and so it's very hard for me to do that. And so it was it was difficult. I'm trying to remember. Didn't they have a game called Connect the Dots or something like that too?
Connect 4.
Connect 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes, you have a question.
Is someone in the room named Castilia?
Is somebody in the room named Castilia?
Catilia.
That's you? Okay. She cannot win.
I just want to recognize that a post came through.
Okay, well, at least we know somebody came through.
Did you ever play Stratego?
I never played Stratego either. Those games, a lot of those board games to me were really boring, So I'm gonna, since this person's up here, come on up here. So she's up here now. I'm gonna have you introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
My name is Celia Love. And I used to work
And
at
I can't
Southside
hear you.
Health Center, and I'm just up here volunteering with the kids today.
So what was your favorite game?
Clue.
There you go.
Ooh.
It's like get one. No.
All right, Clue. Now, why? I'm getting old. I don't remember Clue.
You don't remember
I remember it, but I don't know how to remember how to play it. Oh, yeah. Well, the people got killed.
I got
That's why I don't
All right,
remember.
They had a TV show about it, a couple of
We got
years
one?
ago?
I think we got a winner here.
So say the name.
Jimmy Sossin.
Jimmy, all right. Smooth Jack. Look at him. Yeah, me.
Wait a
me,
minute,
yeah.
where the cutie pie you was? Were you taking her to the show?
Okay, so I want you to remember
Latricia
Jimmy's name
Howard.
when
Howard's
I send you the
gonna
tickets,
win.
okay?
Howard's in the house. Latricia.
So Latricia?
Yeah.
Okay, you got two people?
Latricia and Jimmy,
Who's
right?
Latricia?
Who's Latricia? Okay.
Latricia in the house.
So we got some tickets that we're going to give out to them for Let's Stay Together Talk. And so now we spent enough time on it. We only spent a few minutes on there. We've got to go to our next subject. So if you can remember some of the board games, this is what we're doing for the people that are listening on the show. We're giving away tickets to Zanies. So if you can go on the website, and this is only for the people who are listening, not the people in here. If you're listening on there and you're listening to the show and you know about an old board game, if you go on our Facebook page and put your information on there for your Facebook on Facebook about an old board game, we will give you away tickets to Zanies coming soon. So go out there to Let's Stay Together Talk and then put out your information. Hey, baby, where we finna go to now?
They're about to get up close and personal with the McCains.
All right, they're about to meet the McCains.
Which is Brenda McCain and Rick McCain.
Rick McCain. So what we do in this segment here is that we let people know about who the McCains are, and so they can get an idea of who they are. So we've got a lot of these young people in here. They've never heard who the McCains are. We've been married for 22 years. We love each other. That's my baby, my girl, my boo. That's where that comes from. That is my ace coon boom. She stands by me 100%. She never she's all with me
with all y'all beauties and tell y'all the real deal. Like
but we've been talking about some of the things that we've been going through and how, for some people that don't know here, we eloped because, Reverend did not want 6 months to get married, so he eloped. We're honest here. We're real honest. I didn't want to wait, so we eloped and we got married. And then Brenda didn't want to tell her family that she got married to me. She was embarrassed, y'all. Can y'all believe that? She was embarrassed and didn't want to tell her mother that she married me. We talked a little bit. Thank you, Dion. We talked a little bit about going to Gladys Restaurant. Some of y'all don't know who Gladys is, but Gladys used to have a restaurant in Hyde Park, and we laughed and joked a little bit about, every hole in the wall, if you're going to go to a good hole in the wall, you've got to have a roach somewhere.
No, you don't.
There's a roach somewhere in a hole in the wall. You know it is. You go to any restaurant, you know that there's a roach somewhere waiting to eat the same food you are. We joked about that. We did. But that was true because they did have that at Gladys's. So that was just a part of it. Now we go to get married. We go to this place called Chautauqua, Wisconsin. And we went out there and we thought we was with Children of the Corn because there was nothing but corn out there. You never heard of the movie Children of the Corn?
Yeah, that's a movie.
Yeah. Because there was nobody else out there but us. And it just looked like we was lost. And so we come back home and Brenda, my wife of 22 years, still didn't want to tell her mother that she was married to me. So I need to know. I don't care about them now. They ain't even listening. I need to know, why didn't you want to tell your family? Her mama didn't know. Her brother didn't know. Her sister didn't know. My whole family, I was excited. I'm married to Brenda. I told everybody.
I was married now.
Yeah, I was married now. I told everybody.
Married now.
She didn't want to tell anybody. So can you express to the people that are listening in the audience, why didn't you want to let someone know about this wonderful man that you were married to?
One reason was that my mom never wanted me to elope and go to City Hall.
Okay.
And I never wanted to elope and go to City Hall neither, but we didn't want to burn as Christians, so we did just that.
Amen.
We had to elope, went to City Hall, took me to that nice restaurant, Gladys, and then had a nice, quick honeymoon thing. But the real reason why I didn't want my mom to know, and I was grown, didn't want her to know, was because she was making my wedding gown.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to just hurt her. She had a broke leg, broke 2 bones in her leg, and said, I'm still making my baby's wedding gown. It hurt her if I would have said, Mom, I already got married, and she in the process of making this gown.
And I like that. That sounds real good, but that's a fake answer. That's a fake answer.
And plus I'm
because
of that
as far as I know from that guy named Rick McCain that you married, you were still going to have a wedding date.
Oh, yeah, I'm still going to have
Thank you, Dion. You were still going to
date.
have a wedding date. So not telling that your mother, you got 6 months married before, her being a Christian too, saying, that's great, honey, because if you're with that man, you should be married to him.
Or it would have went reverse and said, why are we paying all this money for this reception? I'm making this
But she wasn't paying no money. We was paying the money. She sure didn't pay. See, so all your lies, your reasons don't work. You could have told her.
I didn't want them to know.
You didn't want to. So I want. Okay, so this is what I want to do right now. Who hasn't been on the mic yet? Okay, brother, come on here for a second. I need a man. This is a man's world. I need a man to come on there. Now, talk to me. Tell me who you are.
He's too young to know about this.
Tell me who you are.
My name is Anthony Davis. I go to Morgan Park 2, and I'm 15 years old.
15 years. Well, he might be too young. We got to help. So you have a girlfriend, and you like girls, right?
Of course.
Well,
what kind of question is that?
What
kind of question is that?
I just want. It wasn't that category. I said he likes girls. That's what. That was just me asking the question. You like girls, right?
Yeah.
Why y'all taking it out of context?
It's the way it came out.
No, that's how you said.
Taming of the tongue.
Huh?
Yes.
I said.
Of the tongue.
Can I finish what I was going to say? You like girls. I'm trying to put it together with being married.
Okay, go ahead.
Lord have mercy. You all been out in the world too much.
Yes.
So y'all been out in the world too much. I'm a preacher, so I don't know what y'all thinking about. So I'm going to ask this again because I'm just being out. You like girls, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so you know how it would feel if some girl that you like, now if y'all hear this, y'all going to feel bad. the girl that you like doesn't want to acknowledge you?
Oh, well, I to be honest, I really feel hurt.
You would feel hurt.
Yeah,
so you understand. See, now.
Your name Anthony?
Now
You sound like the little boy on Bill Cosby that
now we're connecting because he knows how I feel. So you know how a brother feels. He's marrying somebody, and for 6 months, they didn't want to tell.
Oh, that...
What's wrong?
Thank you. What's wrong with you? Right. Thank you.
Know your place.
Wait a minute. All right. I'm sorry. Come here. I want you to come here. Come on.
And they found out by mistake.
She like, go. I want you to go over there.
She's an adult.
You ain't out of the doghouse yet either. So I want you to go over there because now we're gonna have a woman's perspective. So I want to see what she's gonna say.
She looks too innocent too.
So I'm gonna start out the same way. You're a young lady, right?
Yeah.
She looks like one.
You like men, right?
Yes.
Okay. How would it feel to you if your man did not want to acknowledge you? She's taking a long time. I'm waiting for that Jeopardy music to come now. Yeah. Huh?
I would feel hurt.
You would feel hurt. Thank you.
What's your name?
Okay. What's your name?
Pavla.
And you're assistant with the
I'm a program specialist.
Program specialist. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got it. Okay, young lady, you ain't out of the woods. Come on over here. We got another one here. So I want to find out from her too.
I'm not gonna feel
because
bad.
I want them to feel me how I feel.
Well, feel you because I'm not gonna feel
Rejected.
bad.
So tell us what your name is.
My name's Lauren Murray.
Lauren Murray. You got to come close to the mic, Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren Murray.
Lauren Murray. And so you're a part of the After School Matters program too, right? And
Yeah.
so what do you do with them?
I'm the communications coordinator, so I do PR and photos.
So I'm going to change this up. Okay. All of a sudden now, everybody knew everybody was coming here today. And they said, you can't come. We ain't going to even tell her about it. We just going to go. And then you find out later. Would that make you feel bad?
That would.
So you understand my pain with marrying somebody. See, I got all these people on my side. I'm a preacher know how to work that thing. No, you ain't getting on the mic. So you understand when someone doesn't want to even acknowledge you, how that would feel, right?
It'd be hurtful.
So that's what I'm talking about. And so you sat there and didn't even acknowledge the man who got you a wonderful ring, put you in a beautiful house, and you didn't even want to acknowledge.
Let me shut all
Uh-huh.
of you guys
okay,
down.
shut us down. Shut us down.
I acknowledge you to God by
Jesus.
marrying you.
Okay.
And being devoted to you.
Now, I know that this is I know this
change
is
the subject.
I know this is a
22 years
I know
in.
this is
Now,
a Christian show, and that sounds good, but
I told
that
you I
don't
was
work
afraid
for me.
of my mama.
You was afraid of your mama, so she was afraid of her mama, and then she didn't acknowledge me. That's
and
a
you
shame.
got to acknowledge 4 years later.
4 years later, what is this
it
like?
Just so happened my aunties from Memphis, love you guys, came to Chicago, and we was talking, and my sister realized I never signed a wedding marriage certificate for you, and I'm like, oh really? And it was something on TV because I remember we was laughing. It was a TV show about that, and I told my mother. My mother was like, "What do you mean you was already married?" I just didn't want to see that hurt look on her face. I really didn't. You got the girl. I've been yours for 22
can I say
years.
this, and we're gonna change the subject? Your mama being hurt trumped the husband you was gonna marry being hurt. So I'm scarred. I'm scarred for 20-something years that you didn't want to. So I want y'all to feel the pain of mine.
Talk about inspirational.
I want y'all to feel the pain. So what we're gonna talk about next week, and she gave a little bit up, is how did it finally come to pass that Brenda actually shared the information that she was married before her wedding date. So we'll talk about that a little later.
Before my wedding
Before
date
your
or
wedding
after?
date. Before your wedding date. You already got married.
Baby, you confused.
Before your wedding date.
No, you're confused.
So what's the confusion?
They didn't know this until 4 years after.
I know that, but I said, why was that? That you didn't want to let anybody know. Okay. So we'll talk about that. I've been confused ever since I've been confused ever since you've been ashamed of me. So
I ain't been ashamed. We're gonna got your posse.
We're gonna kind of switch. We're gonna kind of switch it up a little bit. So Inspiration Corner. I was gonna talk about in Inspiration Corner about Martin Luther King. Yesterday was the day of his that he was murdered. And so we're not going to talk about that as much today as an inspiration. Martin Luther King is an inspiration to me. He is who I live my life by. He is the man that I pattern my life by. I've always lived as an honest and true man of God because of the inspiration of Martin Luther King. I know there's Jesus first, but I have always patterned my life after the heroics and the attitude that Martin Luther King gave about loving everyone.
Until you married the heathen.
Yeah, until I married the heathen. And so, I mean, and I love you too. You know, I'm still trying to get you saved, and we're working on that. Y'all got Tracy got some holy water for you right now. But we're going to switch it up a little bit because we're going to have a couple of more of the people get on the mic. Young man, you haven't got on the mic yet. Don't try to hide. Look at him. He like he finna take a test that he hasn't prepared for. Now he don't want to get up. Come on over here for a second. You've talked already, haven't you? Okay, who hasn't spoken over there? Come on, I need some. Okay, come on, girl.
He busting y'all out.
Come on now. Get on to that mic over there. Tell us, because somebody might be wanting to hear your name on there. So give me your name and tell us what school you're from. Don't say Morgan Park. Say Julian. I know you're from Morgan Park. Just say Julian. But go ahead.
Hello, my name is Dominica Rogers, and I attend Morgan Park High School. And
Yeah.
I'm 15 years old.
You know, the reason why I don't, I'm a little bit hurt by Morgan Park because they used to beat us a lot in basketball. They used to beat Julian bad, boy. I mean, we walked out of there not even with a tail after they beat us.
We're in a new generation now.
And so so tell us a bit about you being a part of the program. And so we're going to change it up. We want to know what inspires you about being a part of the program. You got to get closer to the mic.
Some things that inspire me in the Create Center after school is that I get to meet new people, I get to interact with others and get to know about a little more stuff and help others out.
Okay, so we got to have it come closer to the mic because they can't hear you. Now, here's my question I'm going to ask you. I'm going to play with you for a second. Why is it that y'all can be with each other and just talk, but you get close to a mic and y'all don't want to say anything? Well, come on now. This is your time to show who you are. You can be the next person sitting on this mic talking to millions of people.
He always firing me and Brenda.
You can be the next person.
That's
So
why I'm
I want
training
you to show that radio voice right now and tell us about who you are and why you inspired about being on the program. Just what inspires you. Who you are. Tell me who you are. Again, with excitement.
Hello, my name is Dominica Rogers, and I attend Morgan Park High School, and I am 15 years old.
Okay.
What inspires me in the Create Center of After School Matters is that I get to interact with others, learn a little bit more, and help others out.
That's great. So one of the things I'm going to have some of you all do, if you want to, you can go back into the room back there. If some of you all want to go there, if you talk to the mic, you can go back there and talk to Dion. Oh, no. Dion is an excellent engineer. He is an excellent engineer. And then we got the Chris Bass back there. That's the man right there. When you get a chance to talk to him, he is the man. He's on the radios from what time is he on there? From 4 to 6? Weekends. If you haven't been on the mic yet,
I have to go.
Yeah, you just go over there and you can talk to him a little bit and learn about some of the engineering practice over there too. Who else? You haven't been on the mic? Don't run. Come on back over there. And so now, I want to find out. Here's the question I'm going to ask one of y'all. I want to find out. I'm going to give away movie tickets to the person that has the best radio voice. Okay, so not you. So you got. I want my young boy to come on over here, young man, to speak to me.
Is he really that shy?
So
we about to hear this.
Talk to us.
Now she's not shy.
What's your name?
Hello, my name is Daryl Howard. I go to Morgan Park High School, and I'm 15 years old.
Now, he does have a deep voice.
Yes,
doesn't
he
he?
does.
Hello, my name is Morgan. Do you know that voice?
You don't have to be shy
You get on that mic, say,
radio.
hello, my name is. I mean, like who is that?
You can be anybody on the radio.
15?
Okay, introduce yourself again. Come on, give it to us.
My name is Daryl Howard. I go to Morgan Park High School, and I'm 15 years old.
So give me something about what inspired you about being in the program.
What inspires me to be in the After School Matters program is when I work there, I want to be able to be a responsible young man that I am today, and I want to be able to work in groups with people.
And that's awesome. And I feel he's going to be an awesome young man because, that shyness works good, man. I played it for a while. I got 22 years marriage because I played shy. So work it out.
See, and the secret is on the radio. Nobody can see you, so you can be whoever you want to be.
And so now
Don't be cutting me off.
Did I cut you off?
Yes.
Do you work here?
I just want to know his first lady on the phone.
His first lady.
Oh,
we ain't there yet.
Well, we
okay, let me handle this.
I don't have a phone thing.
We're gonna talk to one. Let me get that young man on there real quick, and then we're gonna go to the commercial break. So you said you think you got a radio voice? Let me hear your radio voice. Come on.
You stepped up.
Yeah, you stepped up. Yeah, it's your radio voice. Hey, this is Rick McCain on WJCW 95.5 FM Chicago. Can you do that?
He said back down.
Well, give us what you get.
Give me what you get. You get what I want. Come on, man. Come on now. I'm a preacher.
You know
I can talk.
He only will warm up the seats.
So we got to talk to him a little bit later and find out. So we've got to find the person who has the greatest radio voice. Come on, we got a couple of seconds before we go to our next segment.
Okay, so what's the question?
So just give me a radio voice.
Your name, your age, and your radio voice.
Well, my name is Amar Smith. I am 16 years old, and I go to Perspectives Leadership Academy.
So this is what I want you to do. I want you to say this. This is what I want you to say. Just say your name. This is Let's Stay Together Talk. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
My name is Amar Smith, and this is Let's Get Together and Talk.
Let's Stay Together Talk.
Let's stay together and talk. And we'll get right back to you guys after the break.
All right. Thank you. Hey, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks. We're here with the students from After School Matters. We'll be right back with Lisa Ballard on Making Marriage Work.
UrbanBroadcastMedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered. UrbanBroadcastMedia.com Chicago and around the world where your voice is heard. This is UBM Talk. Paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries. Thank you for listening to UBM Talk. Welcome back to the Let's Stay Together talk show. Now here is your host, Reverend Rick McCain and author Brenda McCain.
All right. Welcome back to Let's Stay Together Talk. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, along with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. We've been having an awesome time with the kids from the young men and young ladies. They look at me crazy. Right. From After School Matters program. They've been a part of our program today, but we're a special. This is my girl here. I love me some Lisa Ballard.
Oh, we love
so
some Lisa
I'm just talking for myself, baby. You know, don't cut me off. I'm talking for myself. Just,
okay, talk for yourself.
But you introduce Lisa Ballard and talk to her about our subject on making marriage work.
Look, this is my girl. I'm talking for myself, Lisa T. Ballard. Love this young lady, and she is a powerhouse elder from the Sunrise Full Gospel Baptist Church of Englewood, and she's going to be talking about taming the tongue, removing negative words from destroying your marriage. We would love to have you give us some knowledge, share something on to us tonight, Miss Lisa, and welcome on the McCain train.
Good evening, and thank you for having me. God bless you. God bless you. The Reverend and Sister McCain. God bless you guys. I love you dearly. You all are faithful. How long have you guys been married?
22 years this year.
To God, and you still like each other?
I like them. I do, but we need to pay attention to taming the tongue tonight. Because we know removing negative words from destroying your marriage.
From your marriages. Amen.
And I do love them to death. And how long you guys been married?
So, husband and I, and let me give a shout out to Pastor David Ballard Sr. Woo, 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 woo. He's one of the greatest gifts that God ever gave me. I appreciate him. He is my covering. He's my teacher. He's my instructor, and on and on and on and on. He's fathered my children, and I really, really thank God for him. So we've been together. We've been together since 1977, but we got married. Yeah, we've been together. We was high school sweethearts. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So high school, was it Bloom or something?
So, no. I went to Parker, which turned into Robeson. In fact, I'm the first graduating class of Robeson, and husband went to Simeon Wolverines, you know, those eternal people. They, so we just met up at the McDonald's on 76th Street. Y'all ain't ready for me. But in fact, people thought I went to Simeon because I was, but I was up there because I had to protect my investment. But to God be the glory. That was the first man. We got married soon thereafter, and that was the first man that I ever dated, or boyfriend that I ever dated, that invited me to pray. He was like, "We're gonna pray about this," and I was like, "Oh, you got me forever," you know. So he really pulled out the spirituality that was embedded in me, and I thank God for him. I thank God for the new season that we're in right now. The new season is that all the children are gone. Well, most of them are gone. I got a half one left.
Okay, but you know what? And I love your family and love what you're doing.
Thank God for those Ballards.
Yes.
And we're going from one end of the country to the other. When my son is in Rockford pastoring with his lovely wife, that dynamite Lady Donisha Ballard. Okay. My son-in-law and my daughter are over at Centennial Baptist Church doing a great work with the youth there. And then Donisha Ballard is carrying on in her funeral business, and Renee is establishing her own, and I see great things that God is doing, and I just pray Psalm 43:3 on my children, that God will establish their goings. That's all I want God to do, just establish their goings, because if he does it, they'll end up in the right place.
You spoke life into all of your children. That's what we're talking about tonight, even though we're going to direct ours more towards marriage. But I'm the Lisa Ballard I know, and hearing this powerhouse preacher, she speaks life into everything she talks about. So I'm sure
Lord,
all of your children are going to be great and abundantly living their dreams, because they mama and daddy are some bad mama daddies over there. But
God be the glory.
Yes, God be the glory. Let's kick this off with, why is the tongue such a damaging sword in the marriage?
So I feel like, Sister Brenda, you guys can hear me good. Is that okay? Am I good?
We can hear you good.
Because Sister Stephanie, my husband's adjutant, she had to come with me, so I wanted to put it on speaker so she could hear me. Shout out to Stephanie. Woo! So anyway, so if you would let me say this, it went all the way back to our girlfriend by the name of Eve. Isn't that interesting that when the enemy wanted to destroy the family, he didn't go to the head, he didn't go to the husband. He went to Eve, and he didn't rub on her. He didn't wink his eye at her. He used tongues. He used conversation to entrap that woman. Mm-hmm. And she started, watch this, Eve started dealing with snake talk.
Oh. I like that snake talk.
She had a conversation with the snake. Mm-hmm. The snake came for many reasons. He came to tell her to get her eyes off of what God had promised. He came to bring a spirit of doubt. God didn't really say that. Now, did he really say that? He came to question what she had been taught. She allowed. Listen to this, Brother McCain. Brother McCain, listen to this.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
She allowed a snake to take precedence over her man.
Yes, snake talk 1-on-1 messed us all up.
Snake talk. And it messed us up with our bodies. It messed us up how we brought forth children. It messed us up how we love. But it all started with the tongue. The tongue James put it like this. It's one of them members that no man can tame. He said you can tame a horse, you can tame an elephant, but you can't do nothing with the tongue. So I think that's one of our biggest enemies is our tongue. So let's talk about how we tame the tongue. I love it when Philippians chapter 4, he said, think on these things, whatsoever things are kind, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. How many of us know that if we thought about those things before we opened up our mouth, a lot of stuff wouldn't get started? How many arguments have escalated by virtue of what we said, number one, and how we said it? So I've lived by this principle. A good old woman at Tri-Stone Baptist Church, Elder Rupe there, she taught me this 20 years ago. If it's kind, is it true? Is it necessary? So you got to think it might be the right thing to say, but is it the kind thing to say? Right. Is it the truth to say? And it may be the truth, but is it necessary? Y'all hear me? So we use our tongues have brought a lot of controversies in our marriages, so we got to learn how to tame the tongue. So how do we do it? We got to release it and then replace it. What do I mean? What I want to say, I got to replace it what I shouldn't say. That was good. I said, what I want to say, I got to replace it by, should I be saying this? Let me show you what I mean. Remember that girl in 1 Samuel chapter 25, one of my favorite Bible ladies. I love her. Abigail. I love her because Abigail, the Bible said, was married to a fool. And Abigail's fool husband, he was such a fool, and he was a rich fool. But he was such a fool, he went up against a worshiper. If you want to get anything destroyed, mess with a worshiper, because the worshiper has direct contact with God. And when it was time for David, I love that name, David. David was getting ready to kill Nabal, but instead of Abigail going in Nabal's face, telling him, y'all dumb fool, but you know, so ignorant, all you had to do was give David some sheep and give David some food, but y'all dumb butt go say, no, who is this David that I got to bow to? She didn't say a word. Do you hear me, Brother McCain? She didn't say a word. She replaced what she should have. She replaced it. And I'm just going to say this. I know she wants to cuss him out. I know she wants to let him have it because the Bible said that a messenger ran up to Abigail. He didn't even go to Nabal. He went to Abigail and he said, Abigail, your house is in trouble. God, consider what you going to do. She didn't say a word. She just started doing. That's what we can learn from Abigail. We can't. It ain't a matter of what we say. We need to start doing. He may be worth 2 dead flies on some molded bread. But what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna tell him dead flies, or are you gonna start treating him like he's the king of your house? Are you gonna start praying for him that he's blessed in the city and blessed in the field? Are you gonna start opening up doors for him to be blessed because the favor of your husband rests on you? Yeah, that was so good, Lisa, because the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. So then, if I flip back over here to Genesis chapter 2, how do I tame my tongue? Check this out. The Lord said, he said, God told Adam, it's not good for you to be alone. But check this out, men, folks. It is not good that the man should be alone. He had everything in order before he received his wife.
Everything.
He had everything in order.
Lisa, let me ask you this, because you were talking about Abigail.
Hold on. What you say?
I said, let me ask you this. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
So we've got this foolish man that she's with, and then Abigail as a woman of wisdom. How do you deal with that foolish man that, here's Abigail doing everything she's supposed to do, but you got this foolish man. How do you deal with that foolish man that's having an issue, that's not listening to the wisdom that's coming from his mate?
Woo! That was good. How do I deal with a foolish man that's not listening? First of all, it's a man thing. How can a woman tell me anything. And so first of all, we got to deal with the issue of pride. Do you remember that guy in the Bible that the Lord was trying to keep him from destroying Israel, and he wouldn't listen? And the Bible said that the donkey started talking to him. Right. That's in the donkey. Sometimes we feel like she's just a woman. What can she tell me? It ain't nothing wrong with being, I love the way David Ballard says this. It ain't nothing wrong with being henpecked if you pecked by the right hand. Because the right hand is going to get, that's David Ballard singing. Woo, woo, woo. Right, yeah. Let me tell you, because it ain't about making him subservient or taking away his manhood. That's not it at all. She's going to do him good. Her mouth comes with wisdom. So he has to get to a place that he has confidence in the one he picked. He's the one that chose that. You got to get to the place to say, this is going to help me. She's the one that's going to help me be a better person. But of yourself, of your flesh, you cannot do that. Because ain't nothing good that's dwelling in the flesh. But you got to say, dear Lord, I believe you sent this woman to me. Now you help me, oh God, to hear the words that are coming out of her mouth. Let there be words of kindness, and let there be words of truth, and let there be words of wisdom. Sit me down, God, so that I may be raised up into my place. Because a lot of men's favor is on hold or in bondage because they won't listen. And maybe it's because, Reverend McCain, it's the way the women are talking to them. Do you think that a man wants to hear from a woman that's that he's doing this, and you need to be doing that? Preacher. He doesn't want to be married to his mother. Right. It's the way you talk to people. Do you think you don't talk to your boss like that? You don't talk to people, and you don't talk to your pastor like that. So why would you go home and talk to your man like that? Let me tell you how to tame the tongue. Let me show this, and I got to go because I'm off out of town, I think. Check this out. One time, Pastor Ballard had offended me at church. That's real talk. Y'all gonna let me be real?
You do real talk.
I was so mad at him, and I had told him I was joining the Flakers, but that day, I was really going to the Flakers. And I was so mad at him, and all the while I was in my car, I said, the minute I get home, I'm going to let him have it. I'm not going to, because we never expose each other's faults in front of people. Right. So the minute I get home, I'm going to let him have it. So, Brenda, when I got home, I messed around and wrote him a letter. And I put the letter on his desk because I was hurt, I was mad, and I just didn't feel like I was treated right. And I was going to let him have it. And I wrote the letter and left it on his desk. And then I went in the basement and started praying. And I was praying for me because I was hurt. I went to have a pity party. I can't believe he treated me this way. That's what I went to have. But I messed around and started worshiping before I got to my pity party. And when I got off my knees, I didn't tell nothing. I didn't tell God nothing about what had happened in church. But by the time my husband got home and he read the letter, he came downstairs and he threw his arms around me and he said, honey, that was a mess, wasn't it? I said, yeah, it was a mess. We didn't argue. We didn't fight. I got what I wanted. I got the communication out. You understand? Mm-hmm. I told him that I was hurt, but after I told him about it, I talked to God, and God orchestrated it. So I'm not saying that we're not supposed to tell him that we can't go to our wives and say, you offended me, or you did this. I'm not saying that. You got to get it out. You got to communicate it out. It's the way we do it. So I need us. Here in this lesson for tonight. Reverend McCain did something that offended you, Sister McCain. Oh. And you need to get in his face and tell him what he did. I need you to go stand in the mirror.
What's wrong with that?
Do you hear me? Go stand in the mirror and talk to yourself in the mirror as if you're talking to Reverend McCain. Like watch this. How many do you know that you're not going to say everything you would say if you was talking to yourself? That's I need you to approach this issue as if you're talking to yourself. Approach it. You don't want him to come to you that way, so don't you go to him that way.
You're right.
Go somewhere and sit down. Talk to the Lord, read the scripture, and cool down until you're able to talk rationally.
You know,
that's
Lisa,
how you bring.
You said something that's so excellent that I mean, everything you're saying is excellent. But I heard something that I think that people might have missed. You said that you were angry with your husband, but you don't do it out in public. Mm-hmm. You go home and you discuss it. That's something I think a lot of couples need to understand, that when it comes to taming of the tongue, you don't give an outlash out in public. If you have an issue, you should bring them to them because you don't want it to fester and become a bigger problem. But you don't allow that situation to get so bad that you embarrass each other out in public and destroy that covenant of the marriage.
Because what happens, brother, and we have to learn this the hard way. What happens is, if Reverend Ballard exposes my faults, that's opening up other people to attack me.
Right.
Yes. And he's my covering.
Amen.
So, and I expose my husband's faults. That's saying that I'm saying to the foolish woman, or the woman that knows he's fine, because he is fine. The woman that knows he's anointed, I'm saying to her, come on, he's up for grabs, because I'm treating him like anything. No, we don't do that. Now, we might get home and he's like, Lisa, you didn't do that right. And sometimes I get angry, like, what? I can't believe you said it. But then I have to bring it back and say, he's trying to help you. He's trying to make you do better. One of my greatest critiques is when I rush home with my messages after I've preached at New Faith anyway, and we sit down and we listen to the message together. And when everybody else has said, you did good, Reverend Ballard done pointed out all the 15 things that I missed in that message. I appreciate that. For him doing that, but he ain't gonna get up, call Pastor Felder and say, "Don't get Lisa no more," because she didn't do. He's not gonna do that. Right. That's not the way. And can I even go a step greater?
Go ahead now.
We don't expose our faults to our children.
There you go.
You don't.
When stuff going on in our house, our marriage is between David and Lisa Ballard. It has nothing to do with David II. It has nothing to do with Denisha, Delisa, or Renee. Those children will always have me as their mother and always have David Ballard as their father. That's their father, I'm their mother. They don't. I'm not their wife, and that's not their husband. They have nothing to do with our marriage. So we don't expose. We don't. When we got a situation, we go in the prayer room or go upstairs in our bedroom or go for a ride. We got to do something to get this out. But that's between me and him.
Amen. Lisa, you always give it.
She brings it.
She brings it.
Y'all silly with.
Because,
I love you guys so much.
We've been knowing her for a long time. I don't think Lisa can give a bad word.
Right. Look, we hang on to your word.
Wait, Lisa, we can ask you about. We can ask you about washing your soap with your hands with soap, and Lisa would have an anointed word. How you should do that, because you were just awesome.
God be the glory.
What I love is that you constantly lift up your husband. You're constantly doing things that are letting people know that you tame the tongue by not allowing the tongue to be more powerful than your faith.
And that was good. You tame the tongue by not allowing the tongue to be more powerful than my faith. Mm-hmm. And I believe that God ordained marriage, and I believe that He meant for us to be together forever.
Yeah, amen. So,
amen. Lisa, I love y'all.
Hey, we miss you. Next studio if you can, because we have to feel that anointing power with her.
Let me tell you,
well, praise God. Well, we are at I'm going to give a shout out. We're at 6159 South Aberdeen. Minister Delisa's upstairs teaching Bible study. We're preparing for our church's 70th year anniversary. That's a big deal to us because God has brought us. Oh my God, it's a big deal because I just think I got married at Sunrise. My children were saved at Sunrise. My husband was saved at Sunrise, and Sunrise is where I get my teaching. I'm closer to some of my family at Sunrise than I am to my blood family. So I appreciate it. If you all are not doing nothing all day Sunday, we're celebrating. We only have 3 afternoon services a year, and this is one of them. And at 4 o'clock, we got a powerhouse from Dixmoor. Reverend Stephen Lewis is coming over to celebrate with us. Our son is coming from Rockford in the World Worship Center. And I thank God for Sunrise, and I appreciate the McCains. I thank God that you all make marriage look wonderful.
Amen. Hey, so Lisa, before we go, you can always send any information over to Brenda about us putting information out there for the church. But can you tell me, who is this dynamic pastor of that church?
He is. Hold on. I'm having a moment. He is. I just love the man. I don't care what to say. He is Pastor David Ballard Sr. He has been the pastor for 29 years in this house, and I'm grateful. Pastor McCain, Reverend McCain, and Lady McCain, can I just pray?
Yes.
And then before I go, is that okay?
That's okay.
God, I thank you for this ministry. Let's stay together. And I pray, oh God, that this won't be the end of this ministry, but I'm asking you, Father, to make it national and international. I ask you, God, to open up doors that the McCains will be able to minister to other couples, and people will just start sending them people to just talk to them and say, you can make this thing work. I pray, oh God, that in the McCain house, there will be nothing missing, nothing broken, but complete wholeness. I pray for everybody that was on the radio tonight. I pray that you will bless the homes. And God, I'm praying for those that are just ready to throw up their hands, oh God. And I'm asking you to help us to talk to each other with loving kindness. And it's in Jesus' great name that I pray, and for his sake, amen.
Amen. You know,
I love you guys.
We love you too, and thank you for
blessing us. Love y'all.
All right.
Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That woman is just awesome.
Firehouse.
Ooh, Lord, every time I hear Lisa, I don't care what I'm going through.
Right.
Whatever I'm going through, let me tell you something. I can have a disease, and after she speaks, it's cured.
Right.
And truly, that's how you feel,
because
though, with
she
her.
is such a blessing and helping with marriages. And we do have to learn how to tame that tongue to make sure it doesn't cause any problems in our marriage. So, hey, after hearing that, baby, I'm going to work on my tongue a little bit more, too.
And I'm going to work on mine, too.
I was so happy she said that. Because she got, usually what she say, Tracy, was, yeah, you need to work on your. But you got
she got worked on that prayer word.
Lisa really was praying.
Whenever I hear Lisa Ballard speak at anything, the event I went to, or if she's at Salem, if she's at New Faith, it's something about her ministry that ministers to me all the time. And this, not saying that there's other preachers that can't do that, but she's the one and our first lady, because I do say when she pray, oh my God, Dr. Felder, when she pray as well, like Lisa, they do something to me. They make me want to walk upright. That's a great book. Walk upright.
You got Dr. Reverend Alexis Felder, and you got Elder Reverend Lisa Ballard.
I mean, those are two women.
Let me tell you something. That's TNT right there.
And I would love to be sandwiched right in between them to get that anointing word.
Yeah, we're going to sandwich
love
you one
again.
day. Hey, what are we going to go to after this, baby?
Ooh, after this, probably that commercial break. But after this, baby, you going to do that salvation call?
Yeah, we're going to do the salvation call, and then right after that, we're going to go to our regular segments.
Leave it in the car.
We're going to leave it in the car, and we thank you very much for listening to Let's Stay Together Talk. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
This is Reverend Rick McCain. The Let's Stay Together talk show is a Christian show that seeks to bring the lost to Christ through discussing relationships that can be taboo to the church. Within these conversations, we seek to bring you into a closer relationship with Christ, where our desire is to teach and tell you that God loves you and will never leave you nor forsake you. If you have never accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you can do that now by repeating these words. Jesus, I believe that you died for my sins, and that by acknowledging that you are God's chosen vessel that died on the cross for the remission of sins, my sins are forgiven. Tonight, I accept you as my Lord and Savior, and I will live my life according to your will. By saying these words, you are now a child of God. It may not seem or feel like anything has changed, but you have now just transformed the eternity of your life. The Spirit of God is now a part of you and will lead you in the ways of the Lord. Your next step should be to find a church with a solid foundation of teaching God's Word, where you can learn more about this new life with Christ from other Christians. Welcome to the family of believers, and remember, God loves you, and so does the Let's Stay Together talk show.
Welcome back to the Let's Stay Together talk show. Now here is your host, Reverend Rick McCain and author Brenda McCain.
All right. Thank you very much for coming back to Let's Stay Together talk. I'm your host, Reverend Rick McCain, with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain. Yeah, I might see me a little bit out of breath. I was running around a little bit before the commercial break came back on. I used to be a sprinter. Now I just move slow. So we're going to go on. We've had some kids here from After School Matters program with us earlier today. We had some awesome speakers. Camelia Jackson came on the next stop, and none other than Reverend Lisa Ballard came on to the show with us and just blessed our soul. Prayed with us. Lisa's just dynamic. But we're about to get ready to go on with our show and to our next segment here of Let's Stay Together talk, and we're going to go to Leave It in the Car.
Baby, you feeling okay? You seem depressed.
No, just a little down. Things just don't seem to be going my way.
I understand that, baby, but things will get better. Just hold on.
Yeah, hold on to what? I'm so tired of always having to fight battles that I'm ready to retreat and lose the war.
First, you can hold on to God. He would never leave nor forsake you, and neither will I. You are my rock.
Well, your rock is about to crumble. Each time I go through one storm, another one is standing in line.
Well, when a storm comes, God's words tell us to endure, for joy will come in the morning. I know it's hard, baby, but together we'll make it.
Thanks, baby. I really appreciate you encouraging me. I'm sorry you have to see your rock falling to pieces.
We fall down, but we get up. What do you think about my singing?
Wow, that's great. Woo, you need to share your voice with the world.
Really? Let's just leave it in the car. You know you love my singing.
Oh Lord, we're gonna leave that one in the car for sure.
Yeah, you
Hey, I was really depressed after that one. Hey, you know, we got
I was singing from my heart again.
Yeah, we got my boy here from the Bass Show. Chris Bass is joining us with us as well. How you doing, man?
Let me get up here real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. It's always an honor to be on your program.
Yeah, we
Always.
appreciate you coming in for a second. We got a flip side having him coming in with us today.
Absolutely.
So Leave It in the Car was basically talking about, you know, a person just being down or depressed and a person encouraging them and lifting them up. So we want to be able to help people in relationships or marriage to know that you have somebody there to help encourage you, to lift you up, and that you should accept that, because I could have been unaccepted to Brenda's encouragement. But the real question is that we have to ask our guests out here, is that true or is that a Memorex story? Tracy, what do you say?
You know what? It's so odd that I want to say that it's true.
Okay. We got Mr. Bass, Chris Bass on the Bass Show here with us. Mr. Bass.
Yes, sir.
What is that? Is that a real thing that happened, or is that false?
I would say it's real.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we always have Dion. We got to get we got to get a mic in there for Dion.
He doesn't want a mic. I checked with him already. He said
Dion, no, come on, Dion.
He has to concentrate. You know, he has to concentrate on trying to get, you know, Ashford and Simpson's money. You know, he is their son. You know, somewhere.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Nick Ashford, but not Valerie Simpson. So.
Oh my God! Yes.
No, I told you he's Nick Jr. and not the network.
Not
he's
the
Nick
network.
Jr. Right? Nick Jr.
Right.
They say love will fix it. So that story is actually true, because all of us go through a period of time of being depressed, and so. You know, my wife was encouraging me, and I was a little bit down about some things. And what we need to do, you know, baby, you add on to this, is that we need to learn how to encourage and lift people up.
That we do. And like what we're talking about today, taming of the tongue, it's so easy to say, okay, well, that's his problem. He depressed. What is he depressed about? But once your mate, your spouse is depressed or going through, you're going through it too. So therefore, I always feel like when you're going through something, I'm going through it with you, Rick.
Yeah.
And I'm praying for you. And I know you was like, that's to be a private thing, but I'm praying with you every day that things will get better in your life, or they could be better in mine as well.
Did she sing to you for real, Rick?
She tries to do that all the time.
I do, and he always make me act like I don't know
And
how
she
to
says,
sing.
I'm singing from the heart. And I said, I'm hardly trying to listen.
See, taming of the tongue is one of the things that they say is
Right.
sarcasm. When I say I'm singing from the heart, I'm singing from the heart. So you have to accept that tone deaf and all.
All right. So, Mr. Bates, talk to me a little bit about the singing and then encouraging people.
Well, the encouragement comes from someone that loves you very, very much.
Yeah.
Someone who's looking out for your best interests, and someone who wants you to feel encouraged. And I think that at times, just us being human beings, it's hard for us at times to take care of ourselves because we're our makeup, how we're wired, how our DNA is, and if you have somebody special in your life, that significant other who you can draw strength from, and vice versa, that becomes that's what makes you whole, And for example, when I was married, God bless her, I knew that I was complete once I met her, and I felt that being with her was the greatest accomplishment that I ever had in my whole entire life. Not to saying that myself being, okay, but I feel more whole being around her.
Yeah.
And that's what you should draw upon.
Yeah, that's right. And that's so, I'm thankful for sharing that with us, is that you do feel whole by that person, and you want that person to lift you up and encourage you. Tracy, do you want to add anything on there as you playing on that phone over there for some reason?
I am not playing on
Are
the
you
phone.
working?
I am doing my job,
Okay, good,
thank you.
because you was going to be fired again.
Oh, my God.
We fired every week.
I was going to take your car keys this
well,
time.
I had that little girl do some pictures for us. Okay.
So what do you think about encouraging people?
I mean, definitely encouraging people is the right thing to do, especially with your mate. And like you said, because I remember there was a time when I was married and my ex-husband had lost his job. And it was so stressful for both of us. But I think it was I'm sure it was more stressful for him, but it was really hard as a woman who's used to the man being the breadwinner and everything to learn, as you say, to tame your tongue because, you wanted to say, go get a job, or, why don't you have this job? So it was really difficult for me to be encouraging and to say the right things. But those are those times that that you have to, be encouraging to people.
And, that's so true because a lot of times you want to tell that person when they're going through some situations, like, tough it up, get that job. But, you have to know the person that you're with and know the right things to say to them. If you come out and saying the wrong things, it can cause some problems in your relationship. And so we've got to make sure that, you share, you encourage each other. Always try to lift someone up and encourage them that they can do the best thing. The Bible says we can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That strength of that person that they receive from you is their worldly strength. People don't always need heavenly strength. You need worldly strength too. And so that mate, that person that you're with, that person that you love, is your worldly strength that can lift you up beyond the barriers of this world. And you need that special person in your life.
Yeah, I was trying to give Tracy some encouragement earlier,
Yeah.
I tried,
Yeah.
but she'll. I think one day she'll realize, okay, I like that encouragement. Right. So she's getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
See, there you go.
She's
right.
getting there. We were trying to keep her from stop laughing on that, the praise and worship they was doing. She was like going, we ain't gonna talk about what y'all was talking about on the air. We still got this Christian show over here. Of course, they're gonna drop us off the air. We can't have the McKays on it anymore. They're not Christians anymore.
He was doing so good, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course.
I actually want to hear his response.
And that's where we're going, baby. So talk to us about this new letter we've got today.
Okay.
Or tonight, I should say.
The letter for today.
So listen to this, Chris. So you're going to be one of our special guests on it.
Sure, thank you.
Dear LSTT, I'm at a crossroad in my life. I got a job offer in another state that pays very well. However, I'm hesitant to take it because all of my family lives in the state where I reside, and the man that I'm involved with lives there too. I have been dating my guy for over 4 years now, and I have been waiting for him to get his divorce. He's legally separated, but there's always an issue that needs to be rectified before he says he can move on. Don't get me wrong. We both talked about relocating when his divorce is official, but this opportunity came up, and I don't want to miss it. Please advise me on what to do. Sincerely, torn between 2 states.
I got to say, I love that music there. That is so funny. So, Mr. Bass from the Chris Bass Show is here with us. Chris, talk to me a little bit about that. What you got to say? We keep it real here, too, so you know that.
Hey, keep it real.
Oh, absolutely. The decision you make is a decision that belongs to you. It's very selfish, and I mean myself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with making the decision that you need. I think of the mindset that you have to be practical and realistic, and sometimes you cannot let the heartstrings dictate, your mind. So I don't know. I would probably. I'm going to stay where I am.
Yeah.
Just to be realistic. Now if things happen down the road, the great thing about life is that you can change your mind. But at this point right now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying put. I got roots here. I will not even think about it unless something changes down the road. But right now, I'm staying put.
So, Tracy, what you got to say about that?
Okay, now let me make sure I understand. She wants to relocate.
She wants you. It's a great job offer. It seemed like more money.
But the man that she's with that's married has not ended his relationship yet.
And he's here. Okay.
She's been dating him for 4 years now.
And he married.
First of all, that ain't happening. Okay, so she needs you need to make your decision based off of you and not off of him.
So you going,
yeah.
Basis stand, what you say,
Yeah.
Rick?
So that's all you got to say?
No, I'm saying she's basically got to make the decision based off him, and if the job opportunity is the best opportunity for her, she should go. Now, if she wants to stay, even her staying should be for herself, and
right.
not for him, because
Right, that's my point.
That's not going to happen.
Don't stay for somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be the preacher that has to sit here and get to be the toughest person? Yeah, well, we ain't got you yet because you're yarning. That's why you're bored on the show. We got to get a new host sitting over here yarning on the Let's Stay Together show. We got all excitement. We got to get another. Dion, find me another girl. Find me. What did they say on Ray's show? Find me. What was that girl he said to find?
Oh God, was it?
What was it? He's saying,
"Oh, Johnny girl."
Oh, Johnny girl. Yeah, go find me an old Johnny girl. She ain't working no more. Yes. Wait a minute. Now this girl talking about she want to leave, but she's not leaving yet because she's in a relationship with a man that's married, and so they've been talking for 4 years about breaking the relationship off. And she's trying to make the decision, should she go take the job? Honey, you got a lot of decisions to make. One is you need to make the decision that you don't need to be in a relationship with a married man.
Now,
I know Tracy's over there talking. That's okay. No.
Legally separated.
And that was not the question.
Is he legal? I don't care what the question is. This is me talking. This is a preacher's world. Okay. Is he legally separated? What does legally separated mean? He just ain't living there no more.
No, legally separated means the courts recognize him being separated.
Okay, so show me the papers. That's what I'm saying. Because I just think, this is me talking, that's what she's saying. Now let's read between the lines. She's trying to clean this letter up a little bit. But he ain't legally nothing. Because if he's legally separated, then you ain't got an issue. Okay? You ain't got an issue. But he wasn't. Was he legally separated for 4 years? Or was she fooling around? You making love with
right.
What's going on here?
Yeah, that song here.
So she's sitting up there fooling around, and now he's legally separated, which means you caused the separation. So you got an issue there. So I don't care you don't like it, Tracy. This is the preacher talking. Okay.
Those are the words of Reverend McCain.
There you go.
There you go, Dion. Hey.
Okay.
So I ain't finished.
You ain't finished? Okay.
So you got a lot of issues to worry about. First, you done messed up a marriage because you know he wasn't legally separated before you left.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, you know that. You know he wasn't. And then, now you going to wait for him? Wait a minute. If he ain't got no reason to stay, does he got a job?
She didn't
say. Okay.
Yeah.
If he ain't got a reason to stay here, now you all can go sinning together with each other.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, come on now. She been married to him. She been with him for 4 years, and he's legally separated. If he was legally separated before she got in the relationship with her, she wouldn't have to say he's legally separated now. So that means pre-legal, she was with him.
No.
Okay, so let's stay real. The Let's Stay Together show is real, ain't that what it is? That's what it was.
Okay,
and so
now that we
my
got
issue,
that clear.
my issue is that now to answer your question, Tracy, and her question, should she go or should she stay? I got something that Rick McCain would like to say.
I know what he going.
You can go.
I knew he was going to say that.
Because I know where you're going. I'm joking. let me just say this. It's not right that you're in a relationship with a person that you probably caused a breakup in the first place. And Tracy don't want to hear that, but if you got to say that you legally separated, that means he wasn't legal pre. But now that he is, you need to talk to him and make a decision on a date that you need to leave. If that company is telling you to be here at a certain period of time and you want that position, then you need to make the decision on when you're going to go or stay. Don't sit there and hesitate on it, because the job is not going to sit there and wait for you. If it's a great opportunity for you to advance your career, can I tell you something? You may never find another job as good, but you can always find another man.
I hate that I agree with him.
Those were some of my words, but for torn between two states, from reading this letter, I think you are sort of like covering up more than what you're trying to say here, as far as you're using your parents, your family as a hesitant to stay, and your main reason probably is the man that you're in love with. I suggest that you only have one life to live. This is not your fiance, not leading up to him to be your husband. It's something you might want to be one day, but as of today, it's not that. You should take that opportunity and go to another state and pursue your dreams with that job. And unfortunately, we don't know how you got together with him, if you were the mistress before, or if when you met him, because some guys would say, hey, I am legally separated, and they start dating and everything. Whatever the circumstances are, you just use the best wisdom that you can, and that is to pray. Pray to make the right decision. But for me, I suggest that you go and take that job and don't stay.
And find a counselor that can talk to you about getting in the wrong relationship. Didn't we have a show about that? We need to talk about that then. Getting into the wrong relationship at the wrong time.
I guess we do need to talk about it.
Stop shaking your head over there, Tracy. You know I'm right.
I'm just saying. All the woman wanted to know was, should she go or should she stay?
That's all she wanted to know. But
and
when
Rick gave her a little bit too much.
I got to help you, because you can't sit there. You just can't wash over the sin before a person. You have to cleanse the sin. Cleanse the sin. Though you were red as crimson after Reverend McCain spoke to you, you will be white as snow.
Okay, then.
Because you know that was the case. You know she was fooling around. Come on, fooling around.
Whatever the case may be, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying to make you glad. Go take that job and make that money, honey.
Girl.
And you might find a real single man in your new state of where you at, and y'all can live happily ever after. Or if you want to stay here and wait, because one thing I have learned, when a man want to be with a woman, he'll move heaven and hell for that woman to be with her.
Yeah, but see,
it probably ain't going to take that long.
Stand on your ground. Is she going to go or is she going to stay? You said she's going to stay. She ain't no reason for her to wait.
Well, some women going to wait it out.
Let me tell you something.
Not that woman. So.
You got to make a decision. And like I said, that job ain't going to be there forever. Hey, and I'm being facetious. I'm telling you, I'm sure you can find another a man that's separated.
You know what? Let's go on to the next subject.
Oh,
I know you can.
Is this a friend of Rick's or something?
I'm just being real. Let me tell you something. I when I hear somebody that it seems like it might be fooling around in a relationship, that kind of gets me a little bit. But we're gonna go to something joyful now, baby. What we got?
Ooh, what do we have? Motivational mojo. We're going to talk, well, that wasn't even a joyful topic this time, but we're talking about motivational mojo.
Hey, Dion, do it for us, man.
If you're hearing this music, that means it's time for Motivation Mojo. Listen right now as Brenda McCain will give you the Motivational Mojo of the day. You can win movie tickets. Go to Facebook or our website. Now, Brenda McCain will tell you more about today's Motivation Mojo.
How do you get motivated when you are in a slump? When life interrupts your daily routine and you're overwhelmed, and it's hard to get motivated to do even the smallest thing. You start focusing on the problems that surrounding your existence. Your problems become larger than life, which makes it real hard for the most motivated person. They start to feel unmotivated and discouraged. In fact, sometimes they get into such a slump that even thinking about making positive changes seems too difficult. With everything weighing you down, it can seem impossible at times. You just don't feel like doing anything. I've been there, and in fact, I still feel that way from time to time. You're not alone, but hey, snap out of it. You might be missing your opportunity for something greater. So don't focus on your problems, focus on your possibilities so you can have more opportunities. How do you get motivated when you are in a slump? 1 is support. 2, find inspiration. 3, get excited. 4, think about it daily. 5, think about the benefits and not the difficulties. Whatever your reasons, talk back to us and Facebook us your Motivational Mojo. If we like your post, you will be eligible to win movie tickets, but you must listen to win.
You have been listening to Motivation Mojo. To win tickets, Facebook us now at Let's Stay Together Talk and tell us what motivates you. We will announce the winner at the end of the show.
All right. We'll be right back at Motivational Mojo. I'm up here getting jumped on by these two females in here. It's supposed to be Motivational Mojo, and y'all jumping on me. So Tracy.
Yes.
What do you have to say about Motivational Mojo? I know you were listening.
Yes, I was listening. So how do I get out of a slump, or what motivates me?
Yeah, there you go. What motivates you? How do you get out of a slump?
And I know you're going to say it's really, really weird, but a lot of times when I'm feeling kind of down and depressed and everything, music motivates me.
Music.
And whether it's regular music or whether it's gospel music, it motivates me to feel better.
Yeah.
And once I feel a little better, I always go to someone else, because once you start helping other people, it motivates you to feel better. So I kind of use the combination of music and helping other people, and that makes me feel a little better.
And that's true, because a lot for me is, music sometimes too. I'll listen to some gospel music and but a person, if I'm going to listen to a person, if I'm down or if I'm feeling blue, man, I turn me some T.D. Jakes on. Ooh, Lord. T.D. Jakes. Hey, other than maybe getting Lisa Ballard talking to me as well, too. But T.D. Jakes, you've got Pastor Felder that can do that for you, too. You've got some men of God that can really inspire you and lift you up. I can listen to, to gentlemen like that, or men of God like that. It will just inspire me so much that it'll help me through that depressed feeling.
Yeah.
The fact that, me and Brenda, just like any other couple, goes through our trials and tribulations. But the fact that, that sometimes she'll come into my arms and just hold me, and she doesn't think that, I'm paying any attention to that. Like, you don't never sing like you want to, but just having her there sometimes, it's a reassurance, and it helps me through the trials and tribulations that I go through as well. So if you got that mate that you can be with that can, make you feel better, music, as I listen to sometimes gospel music. I even listen to sometimes jazz and blues, and even so people's blues. I just love the music. It just relaxes me. It takes me away from it, and just listening to powerful men of God.
All of those are what you said with the music that always motivated and stimulated me. But I go to the Word. It's something about me just, as weird as it might be, like Tracy said, it's with the odd things. I would just flip open the Bible, wherever it land to. I think that's what God want me to read for that day. And so that's what I read. I go to the Word and I pray, not because this is a Christian show, but that's my routine because this is my season of learning who Brenda is. And so I definitely read the Word and pray, and I go for my support. And Tracy knows she's one of my biggest supporters. If I'm going through
She ain't
something,
one of mine.
I'll run something by Tracy and we'll talk it out. And it always, I might cry it out on her, but it makes me feel good, her and my mom and sister and everything. And you usually get none of that. You'll never get the butt of that because you'll probably be like, what is it now? But I go to them, and when you come, it gives me that extra little energy to be nice to you. When you come home.
You say you go to the Bible. Now, and this is what I want to hear. So you said you go to the Bible and you just flip the page, and that's what God wants you to do. Has he ever flipped to the page and it says submit to your husband?
I haven't gotten.
Okay, I just wondered about. That page must be torn out of your Bible or something like that. Because I'm gonna make sure that one's the next page you see. In Jesus'
all your
name.
other pages.
Yep,
Yeah, right.
you're gonna flip the Bible. What's wrong? Why is it always going to submit to my husband?
Right.
He done glued the pages down.
Yeah, so I'm going to make sure that's the part in there. So what we're doing on Motivational Mojo is that we want you to go to our Facebook page right now and put some information on there, then what motivates you as well. And so what was the thing motivates you if you're feeling down?
Well, how do you get motivated when you are in a slump?
Yeah, you're in a slump,
get support?
And we're not talking about baseball slumps. We're talking about you feeling down or blue or something like that. Where do you go get your support? Go on Facebook and put your information out there. And if you do, we'll make sure we get you some movie tickets. We can send it all the way around the world. All you got to do is let us know what movie place you're at, and we'll send it out there to you. So thank you very much for sharing that with us on that. So, we've had an interesting show today because it was just changing. It's like we wasn't expecting the After School Matters program to come today. We thought that was going to be, I think, next week, the 19th. But somehow Reverend Rick McCain must have got it wrong. Instead of letting Brenda handle it, I probably tried to do it myself, and she probably look at us smile like, I probably should have let her handle it, but I didn't. But we had a great time with the After School Matters program coming
They were
out here.
lovely children.
Yeah.
I love
teenagers.
seeing youth like that.
And the people that are working with them, you need to support After School Matter programs, helping out with young kids, giving them a positive role model. I've worked out with them. I think I might be going there this week to talk to a young lady. Because I work out with that school program. Every time my job has it now, I try to get involved with it as well. That's how they came over here to the program. And so we were thankful for that. We had Camille Jackson here talking. Camille Jackson with us. Because, see, I know her, so I can call her Camille. Miss Jackson come here and talk to us on the next stop. And the anointed woman of God, Elder Reverend Lisa Ballard, talking to us as well. Hey, baby, what we got for next week?
Next week we have hypocrisy, hurt by the church, hurt by Christians, living our testimony. This is going to be a good one, too.
Hey, so we're going to see all of you all people at New Faith Baptist Church. They've got something coming up again with a ladies program coming up. New Faith Baptist Church is in Matson, Illinois, where the Dr. Reverend Felder is the pastor, and the Dr. Reverend Alexis Felder is First Lady. Come out there with us, New Faith Baptist Church in Matson, Illinois, on Saturdays. I think it's at 6 p.m. On Sunday, it is at 8. Go on there to make sure, because I think it's 8 o'clock, and then at 11 o'clock on Sunday, so 8 and 11. They've got Tuesday Bible study and Wednesday? Open prayer Tuesday and Bible study on Wednesday. That's why you have a helpmate, I'm telling you. Hey, this is Reverend Rick McCain along with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain, along with Tracy Brown Howard and our boy who doesn't want a mic now. Shame on him, Dion. We appreciate you all listening to Let's Stay Together Talk, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Woo!
UrbanBroadcastMedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered.